Ew. Someone was trying to sell bullshit, and now they're banned.
Oh
Taking
no.
advantage of me being away. How dare they? How dare they? How dare they? Chat go.
Dang. What were they trying to sell?
Oh, just bot views. It's like
Oh,
best viewers
classic.
at. Bleh.
Classic.
Okay, let me see. Is my overlay working again? Yes. Okay, okay, okay. We good. We Gucci. We golden. And I need to stream together again now.
We're going to take these tracks and we're going to create a track stack.
Oh crap.
And this is going to be a folder stack, not a summing stack, because I want to be able to access each one. There we go. But I want to be able to close out the beat file from the vocal files. So here we go. We're also going to do this, and we're going to create a stack here.
Hey, could you click the link I dropped in Discord, just so we can be streaming together again?
Let's do it.
Sick. Just that way we can
Link sent.
consolidate chat. Perfect. Oh yeah, we gotta mute.
Oh, mute. I'm muted in the dashboard, but not in Discord.
Perfect, perfect. Cool. Alright, shared chat enabled. Alright, cool.
Sweet.
God.
Yes.
Alright.
This is great.
Yeah. I just need to make a note to get that info for you before we go live, because holy shit. My PC cannot handle running Ableton and OBS apparently.
Yeah, no worries, bro. No worries. It. I'm actually surprised that mine will
Yeah.
like be able to do both at the same time too. All right, so at this time, I think we're good, right? You're gonna manage chat, and I'm gonna keep trucking on your project.
Absolutively. Alright.
Okay,
What a mess that
we're
beginning was. We good though. We good. We got it.
amazing.
Fuck. Do you still have the 5 viewers or did they go away?
They went away. You
Fuck.
had five. I had
Damn.
one viewer.
Yeah. I was
They
hoping.
have probably been the same.
Yeah. I was hoping the stream together would like retain them in your audience. One sec. I gotta take a phone call.
No worries. Yeah, I thought it would retain in my audience too, but I'm learning a lot today. So thank you to the one viewer who is here watching me click around in Logic and try to figure out what I'm doing over here outside of the mix and master. I figured that out. The part that's tough for me is the streaming, how Twitch works and all that stuff. So I'm getting into it. Thank you all for being patient with me. In the next couple of weeks, I'm really hopeful this is going to get like really locked in. So here we go. I'm going to go into the vocal. We have chorus, harmony 1, chorus, harmony 2. We got chorus, lead 2, lead 1. And actually, let me switch these because I like them to be in the proper order. We got chorus. It looks like these files are empty, so I'm assuming that I'm going to have to do my own like harmonics for this here, but we're going to mute it until the time comes. I remember Sweetaple saying like some of his tracks didn't render for the harmonies and that we'd have to cook them up ourselves, so I'm assuming that's kind of what's going on here.
Let's
We are
see.
going to start this project right now by working on the beat. First, we're going to, right now, we're going to take our first listen through and we're going to set levels as we go. So I'm going to open up my fader view and we're going to start this over at the beginning. All right, got our kick, it's a little hot.
Hi, they call me DJ. Welcome,
Hey.
welcome.
We're gonna go back to the beginnings. We're setting levels right now. Right now, this is the beat. We're already feeling the hype. Got negative 18. We're gonna filter out. Very nice. All right.
Only here for a
We're
couple minutes
using
as it's
this.
late, but I thought I'd come say a quick hello. We appreciate it. Thank you for coming to hang out.
Yeah.
You missed all the
Thank
gaffs.
you. All
I
the bloopers.
yeah, no, I crashed my whole stream.
So right now I'm just gain staging, right?
Thank you for the follow.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
gain staging.
Oh yeah, right now we're just gain staging, right? For those of you out there that don't know what gain staging is, that is just us setting the levels, the volume, pretty much, at this point. But gain and volume are two different things, right? Gain is the amount of loudness coming into the system, and volume is the loudness coming out of the system, right? So we're doing gain staging right now. That's the intensity of these waveforms is what we're staging, because once you start adding plugins, there's a lot of gain knobs that
Mm-hmm.
happen throughout like your entire channel strip. So gain staging is actually the first thing that you want to do, no
For
matter
sure.
what project. A lot of times I'll even make beats and I'll bounce out the stems like this when I know the composition is exactly how I want it. And then I'll gain stage from waveforms like this and build out the project. Because, yeah, as you're making beats, you're putting hella plugins on all
Mm-hmm.
your sounds to saturate them, to do all of this extra
For
shit.
sure. And
And then
if you don't gain stage, you tend up
say
to
first.
and you just if you don't gain stage, you end up with a really muddy mix by the end. That was like a revelation for me. It was like just taking the time to set your levels before you get into the nitty gritty of the mix will make a huge difference on the end product. I see you call me DJ saying you always forget. That's valid. That's valid. It's an easy step to
Yeah.
skip, but it is so worth the time.
Yeah, I especially when I'm doing client mixes, right? It's the
Mm-hmm.
step I take the most care to do first,
Yeah.
because sadly, right, once you're halfway through the mix down, if your gain staging isn't properly in place, it becomes harder and harder to stack for perceived loudness at
Yep.
the final stages of the master.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, for anybody who maybe wants like a little insight on the mastering side of things, we have our mastering channel strip here, our output. What we're gonna be looking for is we're gonna try to keep our peak at -6. If we can go through the entire like hit play, go through the entire song, and we hang out at -6 the whole time on the volume fader, that's going to be a great place for us to start putting in our mastering plugins, because from -6 we're boosting the loudness like a motherfucker. I had a moment where I was like, am I allowed to say the fuck word on here? But I already know from our last session it is allowed to say the F word. You
Yeah.
are allowed to say the F word on Twitch. So fuck. Anyway, let's get into these really quick, these guitars, because as I was listening, I noticed there's like I think this plug is pretty quiet. So
Mm-hmm.
let's get into this plug and these chugs and make sure everything's just at the right levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got our kick -12 perfect, -12. This one should be as well. Boom, sexy. And then here you have your bass, quiet as hell.
Yeah, super quiet. Almost
Yep.
inaudible.
Yeah. It's supposed to be felt, not heard.
Yeah.
All right, so we're actually looking pretty good here. I'm gonna take these plucks over here and just duck them by 1 dB as well. And I want to hear the bass one more time come in. Get these levels set. Very nice. All right, and then we got those chubs coming in at -6 and -9. So I'm gonna lower this one a little bit more drastically. There we go, and let's hear these chubs come in. Just a little bit lower.
Hmm.
That's just my okay. So my opinion. This is my opinion, right?
Hmm.
Hi-hats, especially electronic hi-hats, they can sit lower than -12 in the peak here. And I do that because I just think when you play music back on your phone, electronic hi-hats just are so loud. They come in and can either make or break your the vibe of your mix. And honestly, the part of the hi-hat that breaks the mix is when the hi-hat is just really loud and piercing. So we're gonna duck that significantly as well.
Hmm.
Gonna do it one more time. We got the rim coming in soon. 808. Guitar right and left are a little loud. See again. All right, so what I'm gonna do with your guitars, because as you can see here, we have um, your guitar's tone kind of changes on the same line,
Hmm.
and that change in tone is kind of like disrupting how loud the project is being perceived. Like this part is much louder than this part, and so to edit it separately, I'm going to put them onto new tracks.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do guitar left and right, and we're just gonna cut this really quick. And coming here with this. Sure, I'm gonna cut it right before. There we go. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes at the end.
It should be fine.
I agree. I think I could keep it because, yeah, that'll be fine. All right,
Yeah,
so
those are
then
played a
we're
little
gonna.
more aggressively.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that.
Hmm.
Here we go.
Bam.
All right, so these
Easy as
ones,
that.
yeah, these ones I'm gonna set at different levels. These ones I'm gonna lower a little bit, and these ones I'm gonna raise, and I'm gonna do intro guitar, just so that I can know like the separation mentally.
Hmm.
This is technically like verse guitar or whatever, but the intro is just so clear in my head. I'm just gonna call it intro.
Yeah, that's fair.
So here we go. That's nice. This has such a this pluck has such a Paramore vibe to it. I love Paramore. I'm like, yes, Chris
Yeah.
Haley.
It's very like 2000s pop punk.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah. I love it. Such a vibe.
for sure.
All
The
right,
bass
we're
just
gonna.
gives me pure front bottoms. Like
Oh yeah,
that ba ba
oh
ba
yeah.
ba da 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 ba ba da.
We're gonna. Speaking of the drum, well, the bass, because I
Mhm.
think your bass is like perfect. We're gonna work on your 808.
Cool.
I think tightening that 808 and really giving it some structure is going
Mhm.
to really develop this section, right? I think it needs some snap and it needs some dryness.
Mhm.
So, what we're going to do, we're going to go in here. We're going to focus on this little section where the 808 is. All right, and here we are in our 808 settings. Analyze. So, mixing 808s are fun. I
Mhm.
love mixing 808s because they are kind of counterintuitive in the mix, right? You imagine, I want my 808 to be louder, so you boost the low end.
Mhm.
But the reality is, for 808s, you boost the high end, this end, to
Interesting.
bring presence to your 808. So let's hit play again.
Mhm.
I'll show you. Let me just show you the kind of the difference between doing that, right?
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
start
yeah.
by showing you boosting the low end. You're gonna notice very muddy.
Very.
Boosting the low end adds so much muddiness to the sound and actually even buries the 808 and the snap of the 808 even
Mhm.
deeper, right?
Yeah.
So to add snap, we're going to increase this area because this area is actually the area in which you hear presence the most. So the finer details of your 808, you'll notice the analyzer, it kind of tapered off down to here,
Mhm.
right? It has like a steady slope down to about here.
Yeah.
Hit play to show, right? This is boosting the higher parts. So we're not going to do like any crazy boosting like that, but what we're going to do is we're going to do one little adjustment here. What I'm doing is I'm cutting the frequency range in which human perception
Right.
is essentially like moot, right?
Right,
Because
because
they can only
everything,
hear this.
yeah, everything below that's just mud.
Yeah, which sometimes that's really fun, like
Mhm.
in rave settings and stuff like
Mhm.
that. But for this style of mix, especially, no need, right?
Nah.
So we're gonna, and actually, I think your kick is. Let's hear the kick and. Okay. So we're gonna sidechain the kick to the 808 really quick, just to add snap.
Mhm.
And that's just like a simple thing that we can do quickly. So in Logic, how you do it, you bus. I always bus it to 30.
Bust
30
it
is like the
down.
easiest to remember. Hell yeah, bust down to 30 and then no output. You want to make sure that your bus has no output because it'll double the sound of the kick.
Mhm.
So then it'll double the sound of the 808, sorry.
Right, right.
Turn your send all the way up. Wait, wait a second. I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong. Wait a minute. No send. All right, you're gonna go to the kick.
Kick.
Because what we want to do is kick hits, right?
Right.
So you bust the kick to 30. My apologies. And then, oops, no output. You go to 808, turn the compressor on, side chain, bust 30. Let's hear it again. Now you can really make it in noise.
Mm-hmm.
We're also going to be working with the kick and the 808 in tandem with one another to essentially parallel process, right? We're processing two files at the same time. We're parallel processing them together. So the goal is to get them to live harmoniously with one another and influence one another.
Right.
We're also going to add another EQ here. And this one's going to be side only. I like adding this. This is so wild. I do this. This may not be great practice, but I do. I do this as a hyperpop producer. It's a technique I found from a hyperpop creator that adds stereo width in a very interesting way, where you process side only. So you're only processing like the you're not processing the middle of the sound, if that makes sense. You're processing like the outsides, the stereo width, the
Mm-hmm.
margins of the project. So that's why you layer the EQ. You do two EQ layers. This is just my practice. Not everybody does it the same. This is sounding really great. We have our 808 sitting pretty nice.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna increase the volume just a little. Kicks sounding really great. I'm gonna look at that analyzer too. This kick and this 808 sit in the same frequency range, but we actually want to make room for both of them. I'm just gonna really quickly pull out a MIDI. And another thing that you can do for your 808s and your kick is actually to tune your kick drum to the 808, right? So all right, so your 808's mostly E.
Mm-hmm.
It's sitting at E, so we want to tune your kick to the
E. Can we get some E's in the chat, y'all?
too many tasks. Ooh, that sounds much closer. That's nice. We do just one lower and let's see. I think that's close. All right, now for this 808, we're gonna add some distortion to really bring it out.
Hell
I
yeah.
always do this like other bullshit first before I add the distortion because
Mm-hmm.
distortion can be a little finicky.
For sure.
You want to make sure you do like as much cleanup of the 808 as you can before you put just throwing distortion on.
Right.
So I've been doing this one Bass EDM. Distortion. Let's hear how it sounds. I don't like that.
No. It's closer.
Tell me, are you looking? Yeah, right? Are you. What I'm thinking about doing is adding a little. Okay, closer, but not exactly the sound I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I want it to be. Let's do clean and clear.
Hmm.
I'm gonna do 2 layers of distortion.
Oh, now we're getting there. Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that was a really great example of the difference between the side EQ. Here, I'm gonna shut this off. Let me play it for you. Listen closely to the difference. This is the side only processing that I'm talking about. I
Mm-hmm.
shut it off for a second. I'm gonna turn it back on. You'll be able to hear the difference. What it's doing is it's taking the 808, and instead of your 808 being like super wide, like
Mm-hmm.
taking up a lot of audio expanse,
Mm-hmm.
it's condensing it, pushing it into the center. So here, let me hit play. Hear how wide your 808 is? It's
Yeah.
almost obliterating everything.
Yeah, it's nice and tight.
Do you see what?
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
Really, I'm gonna cut it just a little bit less.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
Ooh.
I love some of those hits. Sick.
Sick,
Let me
sick, sick.
keep messing around with this distortion a little bit too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep clicking around. That sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm just gonna show you what it sounds like with none of our effects.
Snooze. Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds great.
That's what's up.
We're gonna keep trucking along. Let's start over, okay?
Hell yeah.
Oops. Messing with your base now.
Yeah, yeah, I hear that.
Because I want. Where is it? These are complementary. I want them not to snuff each other, right?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
What's up with bass lines snuffing each other all the time?
Why can't they all just get along?
Right? We're making room now. There's a resonant frequency here I don't like.
Yeah.
388. I'm calling it. Oh, 199.
Yep.
We're gonna add some more pedals. Not too intense though. I don't want it to be like super gritty, but I
Mm-hmm.
do want to add some grit.
Ba, ba, ba,
Where's the
ba,
bottom?
da, da, da.
Yes. Yes. I just want fuzz.
Mm-hmm.
distortion, right, some of the
Mm-hmm.
subtones get lost.
Yeah.
So we're gonna add a sub bass to
Okay.
the bass because also the bass kind of has like a twangy texture to it,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that it needs just a little oomph, kind of
Okay.
boom, 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 like
Yeah, yeah.
below the kick, kind of. These are just some presets. Maybe instead of adding sub bass, there we go. Wait, I'm gonna also lower these hats one more time. I just think they're really intense. I'm gonna now take a listen to these plus the bass.
Cool.
All right, I'm gonna say something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop this 12. No, changed my mind. They're just sitting in such a low frequency range.
Mm.
All right, this just needs to be tucked. That sounds so much clearer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
We're gonna do just a little less of a tuck though. We're gonna do a little more to this kick too.
Okay.
Like I don't think the 808 should be carrying it. I think the kick should be carrying it more. So
Okay.
we're gonna go back into that too. But
Mm-hmm.
start over. Start. These hi-hats I kind of do want to transpose down a little bit.
Okay. Kind of makes them sound like maracas.
It does. What's up with that? Here,
Oh
let me
no.
do this one. Dope.
Hmm.
Let me hear him again. Sorry. They could stay. No biggie.
Yeah. Ooh, ooh.
We're also going to add a multi-presser to the bass.
Yeah. I think that'll definitely bring out those juicy tones.
The lower tones.
I need to find a good multi-presser for Ableton because every time you use that plugin, it's like, oh.
I know the vibe. I'm actually really thankful Logic stock plugins are pretty good. Like the
Yeah.
presser's great.
For sure.
There are some good ones. I'll send you some links
Bet.
to like some free versions of some multi-pressors.
For sure. We should definitely also, next time we stream, share those with just for people watching so they can also find those. Because, like, genuinely, there's so many times I've seen you use that for, like, drums or various things, and it adds so much life to the mix and really dials in that compression. Like,
Yep.
it's
Being
so
able to
good.
choose your frequency
Mm-hmm.
is so useful.
Yeah, for sure.
The up and down compression that you can get with a multi-pressor is really nice.
Yeah. It just adds the extra sparkle. Like, if you got like your head around compression in general and you're looking for that like next level up that really adds some sizzle to your mix, that's the move for sure.
Yep. And it's a simple sculpting tool, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's very similar to EQ in that
Right.
it's node based, right? Like this is a node
Right.
and I'm placing it and then from there we're determining, within a set frequency like two node ranges
Mm-hmm.
how you're gonna adjust. So that I mean if you look at it very similar to a EQ chart,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
You're looking at frequency range. It's almost exactly the same as this, right? 20K
Yep.
to 20.
Yep.
20
Exactly.
to 20K. So this is definitely one of the mixing and mastering tools that helped really give me that edge in terms of being able to sculpt the sound in the way
Mm-hmm.
that I want with extreme accuracy, right?
Right.
So yeah, like at this point, I've kind of cut the bass in like little bit more than what you would imagine the human ear can perceive.
Right.
But I did that because I needed to make room for this 808, which the
Exactly.
808 is really just taking up a lot of space.
Yeah.
Look,
And I
I can't
think
even cut that 808. Look, I'm gonna move it back a little bit.
yeah. And I think that's something
No, not
too
yet.
a lot of people early on don't really get is like hearing hearing something in context of a mix sounds very different than how you'll hear it when you've got it soloed and you're dialing it in. And so sometimes you got to sculpt and like cut frequencies out of sounds that on their own might make it sound kind of weird and derpy, but in the broader picture of the mix of the entire session, it just gives it the right pop to sit in the right place.
Hell yeah. Hell
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I super agree.
Yeah, it's a hard lesson to learn, but like once you get it, it opens up so much possibility with your mixes.
For sure. I'd also say the cool part about the multipressor is it can really highlight a problem area.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for example, the biggest problem that we are going to face in the low end of this project is phasing, right?
Right.
So the 808 canceling bass, canceling kick, and then in the same breath, we're experiencing phasing in the bass and your chuggy guitars.
Yeah.
So we're trying to sculpt this from multiple different perspectives because yeah, we're having phasing issues in your low end, but that's
Mm-hmm.
why that plugin, the multipressor, is specifically helping for that.
For sure.
I wouldn't use it as your like main compression though. This is like something you add to the compression that you're already doing.
100%. Definitely.
So
And
hell
also for
yeah.
all you folks watching, if you got questions, feel free to hop in chat and ask. Of course, there's never any pressure to be active in chat, but if you do have questions, that's what we're here to do is help answer those. So,
Yes.
we're going through our process, but we're here to show you that process and help you implement maybe some things that are helpful from what we're doing into your workflow, or maybe teach you something new that you hadn't considered before. So yeah, don't be shy.
I think I'm like kind of getting some. I think your audio on my side of things is cutting in and out a little bit, so I'm
Oh,
sorry if
okay.
I talked over you a little bit there.
You're good. No worries.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Okay,
let's hear from the beginning how
let's
how
go.
we're moving along with the mix.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's I'm specifically demoing for the low end. I want it to sound nice and clean.
Mm-hmm.
Another little plugin we can add to this, which I don't even know if I have it anymore. Here it is. Let's see if I have the software license. Oh, I do.
Hey, I know that
All right.
feeling.
For anybody, yeah, I'm like, shit. Who knows if I'm gonna get the license for this or not?
Yeah.
Uh, but this plugin here, the Bittersweet plugin, this is a transient shaper. Um, do you know what a transient shaper is, Sweetaple?
I don't. I can infer from the name, but I'm not gonna pretend like I actually
Damn, right?
understand it.
LOL. Explaining it without understanding it in full. Well, I kind of know, right?
Right.
Let me explain to the extent that I know.
Yeah.
So I zoomed in on a waveform here. This is the 808,
Mm-hmm.
and I chose this waveform because it's the most clear example of like transients within your project, right? So the transient is the peak of your wave, like this form here. This is the transient. And how intense the transient is will determine kind of like how much it punches in your mix. So for example, let's open up the kicks. I have this transient shaper on the kick, and I kind of want that kick to be present in the mix,
Mm-hmm.
right? I want it to have it to take up a lot of the vibe. It's
Mm-hmm.
really a driving element,
Right.
and I think that it'll be really important to showcase it well.
Mm-hmm.
So this plugin, what it does is it either pushes the kick to the back of the mix, or it pushes it to the front of the mix. And when we say back and front, I'll show you an example so you can kind of hear the difference.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty much, if you think like indie music, right? Like folk guitar music, they have that kick that's kind of like chugging along with
Mm-hmm.
everything, and you can hear it. It's like clearly there, but you forget about it because like it's mixed into the back, right? You're not
Yeah.
really like relying on the kick to like pull you forward.
Right. Right.
But if you listen to EDM music,
Mm-hmm.
that kick drum is really pushing the mix. It's pushing the vibe. It's
Mm-hmm.
drawing the rest of the audio with it
Right.
rather than silently pushing, not silently, but quietly pushing from behind.
Right. Right.
Those mixes require two very different transients. So what we're going to do with your kick, we're going to increase the transient by a little bit towards the bitter side because your project is a mix of punk and EDM, right? You're kind of
Right.
merging the two worlds. And I think in the mix, making your kick have a more electronic mix down will really solidify its like presence in your project. So let's hear
For
it from the
sure.
beginning. Here's it off.
But
Once the other elements come in, I'll turn it on. See how present it is?
Mm-hmm.
It almost dries it out though.
Yeah.
Look at it. I'm disappearing it. Now it's like
Yeah.
like it's coming from deeper, right?
Right.
That's
Right.
a cool little plugin
Yeah.
for adjusting vibe,
That is
right?
very
And
dope.
the mix,
Yeah.
yeah, and the mix and master, like vibe really is what we're honing in on, what we're dialing in on.
Absolutely.
So this plugin is free. Amazing
What?
little free plugin.
Nah. That
Bittersweet.
that's lit. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull the link and I'll drop that in chat for anyone who wants to check it out.
Hell
Sweet.
yeah. Great, great, um, great little plugin.
Let's see. Is it
And yeah,
by
like
Flux Immersive?
Flux. Yep.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yep. Pretty much what we're doing by making it more bitter is we're sharpening the transient, right? We're almost like making this waveform and shortening it so that it sits within a shorter range. When we move it to the sweet, we're almost lengthening it so that that transient doesn't hit with as tight of a peak. Yep, there it is, Flux Audio. So that's the little that's a great little plugin that I
Yeah.
personally love to use.
Yeah, I'm downloading that later for sure.
Yep. So Sweetaple, I'm listening back and I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking we might want to tune your 808s a little different.
Okay. I'm open to that. Yeah.
So let me just play this with the guitar. Let me play the bass along with it too. I think that if your 808 followed the tuning of the guitar, it would really I think it would really hit because right now your
Right.
808 is just holding an E.
Right. So you just want to change it with the root note, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it. I'm down with that.
All right. Let me go through and I'll probably just cut it up in the transient. So that's actually going to drop.
Yeah, yeah.
when I come back. I just want to make sure I'm cutting it with the base.
Yeah, you're good. I trust you.
You know that like the process getting there may be really messy, but
Yeah, yeah.
when the plate is presented, it's chef's kiss.
Exactly.
I think this just repeats itself.
I believe so, yeah.
So if I can get this locked in, this is drop two. Close.
Very.
Let's see. Where's that guitar? Where's that bass? This should be low.
Doom, doom. Yeah.
5.
Yep, yep, yep.
Sometimes what I'll do
Hmm.
lower.
Doom. Yeah, I think
Sorry, let
so.
me raise this up 12 steps and then I'll count to 10. Okay, maybe up 12 wasn't correct. Let me bring it back to 0. Sorry.
And that's where it repeats. And then it gets crazy.
Yup. You know what I think you should do?
What's that?
This is me just throwing it out there. I recommend in your free time going back in
Mm-hmm.
and just adjusting those MIDI notes.
Yeah, I don't know if they're even rendered as MIDI notes anymore. This is such an old session, but I could just recreate it probably on my MPC.
Yeah, if that's the case, I can even do it right now, like recreate it exactly.
Yeah, that's cool
Or
with me. I'm not, you
okay,
know. Yeah.
you're not like super attached to it. Like that is the best
Yeah.
trade I ever laid. I can't believe
No.
you felt that way. Okay,
No. I'm not like ever I'm never like overly married to anything. I'm down like I'm always down to hear out new ideas, you know what I mean?
yes.
So,
Hey, I like that about collabing with you. Actually,
yeah. Cuz like
I'm gonna just grab.
yeah.
Oh,
I was just going to
while
say cuz in the
you're
very
talking.
least. Yeah, cuz in the very least you can just hear it out, you know? Like not everything has
Yes.
to be, "Oh, this is it." Like sometimes you can just hear something out and be like, "Nah."
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
I like to experiment and see what happens.
Definitely. I think that's what makes these kind of sessions fun too, is just allowing that openness.
I agree. I agree. All right, I'm about to preview a bunch of 808s and we can decide which one we
Bet.
want.
Time for some auditions.
Yep.
Bass got talent. Ooh.
Ooh. All right, same one, right?
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
that.
I love that, yeah.
That one's that one's like a classic. It's a wheezy, wide wheezy.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
That one's nice too.
Yeah.
Less bass. This is a classic Zay.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. That might sit really nice in the mix.
Ooh, that one's just sub.
Yeah.
Is it spins? I think we're looking for a Zay as a Zay.
I think so.
That's one of my favorites. The distorted.
Yeah.
I love that one for Rage. But here, let me. These are the three that kind of really stuck out to you. Those four.
Okay.
I think this is the one, though. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna pull one in. Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, dang it! My hands went out of control. Sorry, guys.
You're out of
No, we're going right.
control.
I was like, go left. It said, nope, we choose right. All right, here we go. All right. Bum, 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 bum. I know what I'm looking for. So here you go. Oh, fudge.
Yeah.
Something like that. But I'll
Yep.
just play it with the pick.
Cool.
Fudge. I played that right on time, guys.
10 out of
I
10.
was behind the whole time. I'm a great drummer. I carried the band. All right, great. Wrong notes. Oh my goodness. But I put my fingers on the right notes before I play
I believe in you.
them. All right, I know those last ones were not on, but that's what the quantization tool is for. I just needed the notes correct. Okay, let's hear it. Super close. We're gonna zoom in. All right. All right, let's start with this. Is that it's
Boom, 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 boom.
it's a double.
Yeah.
It's boom boom.
Yeah.
Boom boom.
Boom, boom. Da da da. Boom, da da da.
Then there's another, right?
Yeah, there's like a da da da.
Right, yeah, it's like a da da da. Yeah.
Triplet.
I mean,
Boom.
yeah. 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but I missed
Oh,
I
it's
need to move it over.
well, it does start like with the da 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 da.
But it was just in the wrong, it wasn't in the right time.
It was nah. It's da 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 da. So it was right at first. It just needed that triplet at the end.
At the end,
Yeah.
like this, right? This cuts into thirds. Hold on. Da 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 from Command C. This is the triplet. This one. Hold on. But it That is a terrible triplet. That is not even, guys. We got this. We got this. Yep. Yep. Let's hear it. That was. Let me change my grid.
hmm Do you want to solo the kick real quick so you can hear the pattern?
Absolutely. Oh, see, even there, that's not it. Oh, it's triplet there too.
Oh, okay. Dun
I think.
dun da 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 dun.
That sounded correct.
Hmm.
Here, let me go back here. That lined up with all of the kicks. Let me mute it. So, hold on. It's this one that doesn't. Let me solo. Yeah.
That third hit isn't there though. Like, no, no, no. If you go up to the second group,
This one.
yeah.
Yep, you right.
And then that's a da 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 da.
Where is my grid? Not changing. View. Oh, it's because I'm at 70 beats per minute.
Oh.
So, let's see where it takes me. Oh my god, Command C. No. Alright, it's fine.
So that one, this would be a good spot to reference the kick track again.
Da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. So it's actually, this one's also not there.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
But let's see if that hits correct. The 808. Yep.
I think there's actually a fourth hit at the end. Da 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 da.
Solo. Da, da, da.
Da 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 da. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You sure?
The kick does that. I don't think that rhythm on the 808 is quite right though, because the kick does da 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 da.
Da da da, and then that last da is the one of the next track. Da da
Exactly.
da
Yep.
one, right?
Exactly.
So
Yep.
da 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 one
Yeah.
up here. Okay, so here.
Bam.
Bam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, then I'm just gonna do this. Bum ba bum 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 bum. Okay, let's try again.
Yeah.
Dope.
Now it gets crazy.
But it's we're gonna follow the same up and down pattern,
Mm-hmm.
right? The same pitch pattern.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just the
Yeah.
hits that change.
Yeah. The rhythm gets a lot more complicated on this repeat. This loop.
Yes, I like it though. We're
Mm-hmm.
gonna replicate it. We got one more, and then another here.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's a. I am John Hancock. I will take up the entire space. Then we go da da da.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be farting over here.
Lol.
Burp 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 burp.
Hmm.
Oops. It's the last one.
Yeah.
Humancy. Holy moly. What the hell? I just wanted this one.
Nice.
Alright. But What's on from here? This is a stutter. But
Yeah.
but
But bum bum.
cancel. Here, sorry.
You're good. No worries.
Sorry, I'm actually doing it like from this.
Yeah, from the wave. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's right here.
Yeah. Oh, just a little earlier.
This one. Maybe. Oh, instead of it being but bum, it's gonna be and instead of it being a roll, it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
And then it
And
repeats.
then it's that. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I almost cheated too much.
Yeah. That would have sucked after all that.
I know. Thank God for Command C.
Hells yeah.
There we go. has a really nice kick to it.
Oh, there might be one more pattern. I just realized on the halftime section. No, like so right after where we are, I think there's one more section that's halftime.
Right here?
Yeah, like right where the cursor's over.
This area.
Yeah.
I don't see any 808s there.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm just tripping then.
There is
Yeah.
an extra 808 section over here at the end.
Okay. That might not be different. I'm not sure. It's just hearing it out of context, it's a little hard to keep my place, you know?
Yes, absolutely, yeah. And also, yeah, this does look a little bit different. So, yeah, that could be where it is at the very end.
Yeah.
We can get there when we get there.
Hell yeah.
For now. And come back later.
Sick.
Alright, so let's hear how this sounds, right? With all the things.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put some of this 808 mix.
Oh. I think I lost the screen share. Uh-oh.
You said you think you lost your screen share?
Yeah, it did that same thing it did yesterday. I feel like there must be a time limit or something. No, there can't be.
Oh,
But yeah, it just like randomly
it looks like my
vamoosed.
screen is just paused.
Oh, interesting.
Let's see. Yeah.
I wonder if it does that if there's like a lag. Uh-oh, are you frozen?
Yeah, my screen's froze.
Oh no.
Oh no. Well, ily's bouncing around, but the screen is like not.
Interesting. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Are you able to stop and resume your screen share in Discord? Maybe that'll fix it.
Oh, let's see. My bad.
Hold on a sec, let me do this.
I always be like randomly flashing. Like, I always catching myself.
Oh, wow.
I look so good.
Lol. Alright, we back.
My screen is frozen. I don't
Yours
know why
is?
it's frozen.
Oh. You mean on your, on Twitch, right?
Yeah, on my Streamlabs.
Okay, hold on.
Like
Let's see.
maybe, let me get my settings on my display capture fixed.
Yeah, if you double click it and just deactivate it and activate it again, it should refresh. You can do that to basically any source if it freezes.
Oh, there's you. I found you.
Oh, I see your
Yeah,
screen
sorry.
refreshing. Let's see.
Sorry, guys. I'm working on my screen getting all better.
Oh, my camera turned off. Okay.
Whoa.
Confirm.
Streamlabs
Start virtual
Inception.
camera.
Oh, here we go. That looks like it's working again.
Yeah.
Man, looking sexy. Let me move it down so you can see us. Yay! We're back.
Hell yeah. There we go.
This whole
Beautiful.
time, Sweetaple, you've not been on my screen. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Because I had you in the wrong order on my mat.
Oh, yeah. That took me a long time to get the hang of.
Oh my goodness. So silly. Simple
There we go.
rookie mistake.
Yeah. You know, it's all part of the learning process.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is sounding really great. I'm gonna start it over
Yes.
from beginning.
Cool.
And yeah, let's listen. I hit my vape.
Lucky you.
Little baby vape
Ooh.
juice.
I was saying to Pocket Man, I saw they have vapes with wireless earbuds in them now.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I turned some of the fuzz of the bass down because it's just not.
Hmm.
Here, I'll play it so you'll be able to hear the bass tone come in a little less fuzzy.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a lot better. Like it's still got a little bit of that fuzz, that bite, but not. It's not as overbearing as it was a little bit ago.
We're looking for peach fuzz,
Yeah, exactly.
not porcupine.
Yeah, not scruffy beards.
Baby smooth.
Yeah.
ilyBBY smooth. That snare is bothering me now. Sorry.
You're good.
So you got your rim and your snare hitting the same.
Yeah. I think back when I was making this, I used to think like layering sounds meant triggering them simultaneously on the same track.
Ah, that is one way to layer sounds.
It's a way to do it for sure.
It's
The
a way to layer
best,
sounds.
probably not. Yeah, we're really going down a walk down memory lanes of all my like horrible habits that I used to have.
Hey, if I pulled some of my old projects up, it would be very similar.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't know what I was doing with that, Julie, but good luck.
Yeah, seriously.
You may want to relay that. You know,
Yeah.
I'm the same. But I do think that it's cool that you're like, even though that you may have had some bad habits in the past, we all do,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
I think it's really awesome that you're taking this extra step to breathe new life into your old projects.
Hmm.
Like I think a lot of our music sits in the margins
Right.
sometimes. Like, oh, I just noticed my screen isn't all the way here captured. Let me fix this.
Oh,
While
okay.
I'm blabbing.
Yeah, no worries.
I just think that it's really cool that you're taking that time.
Hmm. Honestly, you know, it was Yucky who inspired me because he did his own remix of old tracks. And I was like, you know what? That's a great idea. I should revisit some of my old stuff.
Yeah, I actually really liked his remix album.
Yeah, yeah. It was
I
dope.
thought the remix album was really nice. It was a
Hmm.
really nice touch.
It was, and it really shows how far he's come because, damn, he's so good.
Oh yeah, his mixing is absolutely changed.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I do think too, like if you're gonna do a genre like shoegaze, like
Hmm.
refining your mixing and mastering skills is a huge part of succeeding in that genre.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's one thing to be able to stack a lot of sounds. It's another to make that wall of sound an environment.
Yeah, yeah,
I think Yucky's hitting that like, oh, I'm building an environment kind of energy with this stuff.
for sure, for sure.
Anyway, enough gushing about our homie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and lower the snare because I know what you mean by layering sounds, right?
Yeah.
There, that just beefs it up a little.
Yeah. Oh, I actually did have them separated on this one. I didn't even. I was so looking at
Yeah, they're
the.
separate files.
Yeah. I was looking at the OBS, so I didn't even notice. I just assumed that I put them on the same
Oh,
track.
no, different tracks. You got different tracks here. They just hit at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, like, if I could make an adjustment, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what I would do is I would do something like this.
Yeah, flam them a bit.
I mean, I would cut a lot of these out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that would give it like grace notes and perks
Right,
rather
right.
than it just being like doubled.
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't matter. I think it sounds nice the way it is.
Yeah, I wanted it to add just a little high end, I think. So that's how I went about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna like just pan one of them.
Yeah. Ba 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba.
I think that sounds great.
I agree.
Not it's not too busy, but not too,
Mm-hmm.
turn these down. Sorry.
You're good. No worries.
I'm also monitoring over here for our stereo out. See how loud
Right.
we are?
Yeah.
And yeah, it may sound like we're getting really quiet here, but we want to really make sure. At this point, it really is about just nailing some of this. All right, we found a good level here. We may want to just lower everything.
Boom, 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 boom.
Where's that bass? Okay. Wow, we're getting close.
We are.
That's nice.
Yeah.
This is like the loudest portion of the project, so if we can keep it right around -6, even if it peaks like at the very end, because I think
Mm-hmm.
it does. that sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
This is sounding really good. I'm raising. I'm since I lowered everything. I'm raising my headphone volume now.
So what you're saying is now would be a good time to yell into the microphone.
Yeah, top volume.
Eh,
Like I did yesterday with that distortion pedal.
Yo, that was so fucking loud.
I had to apologize to everyone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry to you. I'm sorry to your neighbor's dogs. Anybody who had their volume on, I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
Wow. What a first stream kind of energy.
For sure. Big
We're about to
time.
obliterate all of your eardrums just randomly. That's one reason to leave the stream.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm actually going to start us over at the very beginning.
Okay.
And I'm getting into the finer parts of these guitars.
Mm-hmm.
And add just like a little of the same distortion that we have on this bass, just to blend it all together.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how it sounds.
Mm-hmm.
I like these clean as they are, though. The intro guitars. Where am I? There they are. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sounds so good. We're in there.
Yeah,
Now we
for
just have to do
sure.
this last little 808 bit.
Oh, you know what? I think this is the same. There's just that cut. So you could probably just yeah.
Oh, no, it was correct. We're gonna make that cut really good.
Yeah.
Sounds like there's like a little, maybe a little misstep in the bass
Mm.
or somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. There it is.
Nice.
Alright. That's all good. I'm gonna delete this 808.
Yeah.
Worries. And listen one more time while I put some presets on.
Bet.
We're gonna the lead. Start with the lead. just going through my very fast mixing presets. I've mixed vocals for so many years now. I have some favorites, right? So that's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
putting into place. This is actually more
Yep.
amazing. Yep, we're getting into your vocal now.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's start playing it with all of it. Right, everyone. It will not sound that way for long. All in alignment. And we're gonna really lower a lot of these volumes.
Yeah.
So let's get in there. Let's start with this, right?
Yeah.
And chorus harmony, pitch correction. And I don't know why this didn't load all of my volumes. But it did here, but it's
Yeah.
not here. I don't know why, but alright, we'll get into that later, I guess. That shouldn't be a thing, but whatever. Okay, Logic. Oh my god. Files save as. 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh god.
If we'd probably be right around 2 hours if stream hadn't crashed.
We are because mine is at 2 hours.
I knew it.
1 hour and 55 minutes.
Lol.
It's about that time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Save is finally hit.
The spirit has finally moved.
Oh god. Rage. Sorry everyone. Specifically Sweetaple. Safe. We're safe. Your verse is great. It's the
Thank
other
you.
ones that are
Yeah, yeah. A little squirrely.
They're close though. They're really close. I think I just have the auto tune set wrong.
I got you.
question.
Yeah.
Um,
Is that the lead? Interesting.
this is the lead. Yep.
That doesn't sound like the
Yeah.
lead.
See, chorus is the
Yeah.
lead, and this is the title of the audio before I adjusted it.
Right, right.
So it's let me find the
Wake
lead though,
up.
right?
Yeah. Interesting.
I didn't
I
know it
did.
was the lead either.
Yeah.
Hold on. I added auto tune like a motherfucker because I was like, oh, is it wrong? There you go. I feel like this one's the closest, no?
I don't. Did I not send you the? Hold on a sec.
I duplicated the harmonies here. See how it says point one, point one,
Yeah.
point one? That means it's duplicated version.
Wake up, everything goes so wrong. I'm singing the same song.
Sorry. I think that's right though, right? This is
No.
oh, damn.
Hold on, I'm looking through everything I rendered.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna put these other auto tunes
Wrong,
in the
I'm
proper
singing.
place.
Wake up, everything goes so wrong. I'm singing the same song I was singing this time last year. So far, shit's been getting so hard. Maxing out my damn card, trying to get a day up.
Okay. So it is this one. Interesting. Okay, I might not have sent it. Here, I'm about to send you. I'll put up a new track in the drive. Cuz there's a just chorus lead that I think you did not get.
Okay. Let's see if I have.
Oh wait, is this it right here?
No. I got two files that were blank too, by the way. These ones were empty.
Oh,
I
lol.
duplicated these.
Song I was singing this time.
So I'm actually gonna delete all of your audio files and just drag in all of them again, okay?
Okay.
If you could put all of your audio files into the same new folder in the drive, that would be awesome.
Wake
I'm gonna go
up,
back
everything
into-
goes so wrong.
Oh, it was already in there.
And-
Maybe it didn't download. Weird. What the heck?
Will you pull them all into another file for me anyway?
Sure.
That's weird. But shit like that does happen. We're gonna add some.
Where was I? Oh shit, where did that go? There we go. Okay, so we got the chorus. What's this?
You're so close. It won't reach.
Sounds like a blank.
I keep getting in my own way.
I think some of these sounds is just
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
You're good.
There's just sweeps happening everywhere. Just sweeps. Sweeps here, sweeps there. I'm the Oprah Winfrey of sweeps. You want a sweep? Got you. We're just building a little hype.
Yeah, none of these harmony tracks have anything in them. Weird.
Same song I was singing this time last year.
You know, I'm like a sucker for a build-up,
Mm-hmm.
but what I'm gonna do with this build-up, let's just stop here.
Song I'm singing the same song.
Okay, I think I got all the vocals in there now. Well, they're loading, but in about 4 minutes you should have them.
Okay, nice. Sick. I'm just doing my. Where's that kick? I need that kick to stop.
Oh yeah.
Let's hear what you say here. Oh wait.
Yeah. You're good, you're good. The leads should be in,
Yo.
so yeah. It's just the two
Refile.
harmonies that we're waiting on
Okay,
now.
the other ones were all good.
Which other
Here's
ones?
what I'm gonna do. The other vocal.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm just moving the chorus, all the vocals into the same. So that I can for myself and download that file.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're good. Download.
Cool.
All right, that's just gonna take 2 minutes for me to download. But while that's happening, let's hear it. This beat makes it sounding beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, someone wants to get banned.
Oh no, what are they saying?
They're selling bots.
Freaking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna create new tracks and just file them into place.
The same damn thing.
All right. We're starting with the verse. We have 2 verses now.
Yeah, you dragged in duplicate files, I believe, from the other folder.
Nice.
Yeah. I think it's just those top. Oh, so those two are the same. Let's see. Okay. Got the one harmony just loaded. We're waiting on one more to load in.
These are the ones that didn't load in last time.
Yeah, those are just empty tracks.
Okay, so they'll stay empty?
Yes. And then there's chorus lead and chorus lead 1. And you have a duplicate of chorus lead, and then you have chorus lead 1. So you might have all of them. No. Those weren't duplicates of each other. Oh, no, they are. My bad. What the heck?
Right,
Why is it?
right?
Yeah, that threw me off. Because one, weird. But,
3.
it should be chorus harm and chorus harm 1. So you're missing one of the Yes. Yeah.
And then this is the verse.
Yep.
Okay, so let me actually bring it.
I think you have a duplicate of the chorus harmony 1. So I think that's the one that's highlighted is a duplicate. Because the other harmony is just chorus harm. There's no number.
Yep. So I'll just delete this one. Okay. And then this goes to chorus harm.
Yeah. And then the other chorus harmony is just chorus harm.
This one.
No, there's another file that's missing. It just finished downloading, so.
Oh. Okay, so I have to go in there.
Yeah.
So we have chorus harm, chorus lead. Oh, I see what I did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all
about that.
good.
What I did, for anybody who's wondering what I did, I said, "Oh, can you put all the vocals into one?" And then Sweetaple put 2 vocals in, 2 new vocals into the folder, and I thought that he hadn't moved everything, so I moved everything from our other folder in there. So now there's duplicates of every single file. I did that.
It's all good?
Okay, so we have chorus harmony,
Mm-hmm.
which is not in there.
It should be. Oh, you download. I got you. Yeah. Not in the session.
Right. Because I have chorus harmony 1 here,
Yeah.
chorus lead 1, and chorus verse. Or sorry, verse lead. Oh my gosh, what am I saying? Chorus verse. I'm just throwing out words now. Alright, I think I have it in order and everything.
Cool.
But it didn't load again.
Oh, what the?
I don't know why that keeps happening. Let me try to download this one instead.
Yeah.
Other chorus harmony. duplicate. Nothing again. And those are definitely the new files because it doesn't have burnt toast at the front.
Right.
While you figure out that chorus, because I definitely have these other 3 files in the right place, I'm gonna just lock in your vocal mix here.
Yeah. I'm just gonna move all this stuff out of this folder, and I'm just gonna re-upload that one
Yeah.
file.
Yeah, that would be the way I do it too. Like, delete the mess I made. I being illy in this moment.
everything goes so wrong. Everything goes so wrong. I'm singing the same song I was.
Don't want any black keys in this project. Wake up, Bobby.
Everything goes so wrong. I'm singing the same song I.
Well, I'm uploading it, and it kind of just sounds like a double of the chorus, if I'm honest.
Okay.
But yeah, it's got about a minute left to upload.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right, let's get this. Oh, this is the best part.
Ay.
Cool. Simple.
Oh, this is a different track. I was like, whoa, it sounds so different suddenly.
Yeah, I put the auto tune on.
Yeah, got you.
So the response was all the way up.
Crazy. Yeah. I feel like the major pentatonic is throwing it off.
Is it supposed to be minor?
Chromatic. That's how I had it set, at least.
Let's see, because I don't. If I said it chromatic, it's just all notes. It's pretty good.
Yeah, hoping was a little flat. It's supposed to be the same note as golden. But other than that, everything sounded great. Yeah, right there. The I'm still hoping. Yeah. Yeah. Bam.
Is that good?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Awesome.
I use a lot of like blues notes in my melodies, which is why I tend to use chromatic for my tuning, because everything else just throws it like way off.
Yeah, you're super right about that. Just give me 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just doing the ones that I pretty much know is causing problems right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Any black notes at this point, problem area.
Racist.
Oh. Wow. Are you gonna ban me for that?
I might.
The ban.
We'll have to do some band reviews.
Automod.
Yo, low key, not even low key, high key. That's gonna be fun as fuck when we actually have like a decent list of banned chatters, because people do stupid shit and get banned. Like not necessarily like bad shit, just stupid shit. And band reviews are a fucking yeah. And band reviews are a fucking hoot, because you basically have like a little kangaroo court and do a hearing on whether you unban them or not.
That's fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Funny.
yeah.
That is funny. How do I attack this person? Open pens. Oh, I see. Timeout. Ban. There you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
banned them. You have been banned.
Interesting. So we have a shared chat, and I banned them in the shared chat, but I guess it only works from my account. That's good to know.
Yeah, I had to ban them in a separate. I had to ban them in my chat.
Yeah,
So no one can see them.
yeah.
But our chats aren't combined anymore. Well, I guess
They're
it
not?
is. It says
Oh.
shared.
Yeah.
It says shared, but I haven't seen any other.
No, I only have one viewer right now, so chat hasn't been active, but we appreciate our friend hanging out, whomever you are.
Yes, whoever you are, thanks for being here.
Yeah, I think my stream crashing when it did really, really hurt the viewership, but it's all good.
Yes, that's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay. We're still working out the messy parts.
indeed, indeed.
So obviously they're not anything like each other.
No.
Pitch correction on correct.
I also like have never been very good at harmonies, so it could just be me not being good at harmonies.
Like I might have to move some of these notes.
Maybe, yeah.
Also not good. I'm also not great at harmonies, so I
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go through one note at a time. We're gonna go through
Cool.
because I think I know what you're going for.
I just want like thirds.
Yes. You know what I might do?
What's that?
Okay, I just did a little transposition. It looks like you're just like a little sharp.
Mmm.
Yeah, because we need to actually raise you up one.
Okay.
You're like
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just give me 2 seconds, okay?
Yeah, no worries.
I'm gonna find the harmony. So I can write it in for your project there.
That's why I love the voices module in Nectar. It makes my life so much easier.
I believe it. Okay, let me try to find this. It's closer. Yeah, it's a little tough.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hard harmony.
Yeah.
Alright, what we're gonna do is, instead of muting this one, we're gonna mute the wind. We got this from here.
Hell yeah.
I really do think it's this note that we want to be hitting.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear them together.
Yeah.
Nope.
No?
You think so?
I liked the way they sounded, but I liked the last one, yeah.
But I'm gonna move these two.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're flat, 2 half steps.
Damn. That's rough.
That's the adjustment. That's the adjustment. Right?
That-
Then
yeah.
we go. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But all of this needs to be.
Yeah, that needs some attention.
And then, yeah, when you move it up 2 half steps, it all sits on the white keys, so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But let's hear it with the whole thing, because.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's it. That is.
Yes, let's go.
Alright, now we just gotta do the rest of it, so let me just do this. Hi, buddy. Buddy. Pal. Let's move you up 2 steps. I knew when I was playing around with your transposition over here, I was like, you know what? I think it's just gotta be up 2 steps or something.
That's the money. Yeah, that here was a little funky.
Right?
Yeah.
We're gonna move all of these. Oh, turds.
Ah!
Move all of these up 1. Oh.
If it'll cooperate. Oh.
Turn into a hand, baby.
I'm begging you.
Anytime, please.
Please, I need your strong hand. Or is it good hand? Oh. was funky.
So such a good harmony there. Get these little turds out.
Yeah.
You. Thinking they're edgy. Being out of tune. Like, I'm edgy this way. Amazing.
Hell yeah.
I kind of think these should be. Sorry.
You're good.
I think these should go up too.
Cool.
Personally.
Yeah.
Personal opinion.
Yeah. I like that.
Sorry. Nope. Sorry.
You're good. So close.
Right?
Woo! Let's go.
I would high five you. I would high five you IRL so fast. I'd be like, yeah. I'd be like clapping your hands. Oh my gosh, in it. We are in it to win it. Let's
Damn
go
right.
to the beginning, right?
Okay, let's do this.
Sorry, I'm
You
being
are
picky, but I
good.
think this is the time to be picky, right?
Definitely.
Okay, whatever. Amazing. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Verse?
Yeah, and we could probably just copy and fly over the harmonies, the
chorus,
tuning.
right?
Yeah, for the chorus.
Yes. Like I can just copy and paste this is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. Save yourself a little headache.
Yeah, you know I like that.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, not the headache. The
No.
save.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Same with the chorus, right? The chorus doesn't change.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. I was lazy as fuck back then. I never like recorded different takes for different like repetitions of stuff.
Who records different takes?
I do lately. I will be honest. I do lately because I do feel like it adds a little something when like the chorus is just like the tiniest bit difference. It just, I don't know. It gives a little je ne sais quoi.
You're sommelier.
I'm a hook sommelier.
You're a hook sommelier. What can you say?
Yeah.
Have you seen The Residence on Netflix?
I don't think so. What's it about?
It's like a murder mystery. It's pretty cozy watch.
Okay.
Kind of like Glass Onion. If you ever seen The Glass Onion?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of similar.
Okay.
To it.
Gotcha.
But one of the characters, like it's created. The show is like from Shondaland, so Shondaland is like all over it. But one of the characters in the show is a salt sommelier, but he's also like extremely unstable, and everyone is so upset that he calls himself a sommelier. He'll be like, this is a Prussian orange salt or whatever, and they're like so over his salt sommelier energy. It's such a goofy character. But now ever since watching that show, I've been trying to use the word sommelier in my regular vocabulary.
Yeah.
Whenever I learn new words, I'm like, how can I incorporate this? My wife hates it because years ago I learned the word insouciance, but I never learned what the definition of insouciance is, so I just throw it out, and she's like so upset because I never get the definition right. I'll be like, so you want a little insouciance? She's like, no, that is not the word for now. Iconic.
Absolutely.
Anyway, you are a sommelier. Need just that slightly different chorus sommelier energy.
Yeah.
I think this one I should put in pentatonic.
Okay. Let's hear how it sounds.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh,
Maybe
oh, oh.
put the root note in there.
Yeah, that might help.
Yeah. Way better. Just gonna throw it out there. Let's hear it with the pentatonic.
Yeah. Hmm.
I think that sounds better.
It's yeah, it's pretty close. There's a couple notes that weren't quite right. In the
Want
it was in
to
the
take those notes manually?
sure, yeah, that's fine by me. It was in the second half of that verse.
Oh, I guess I never flex pitched your verse either.
Oh,
So
that it could be as simple as that.
yeah, let's try to set those tones. Let's go back. Oh, that's definitely not
Yeah. And the given, yeah, right here. Never given.
let me go back.
Okay.
Is that right?
The end of given, it if you go over to your left a little, right below that you just yeah. Oh, it's to your right a little now. Keep going. To your yeah, that's the one. I think it should be down one. Yeah.
This one too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, never. Yeah, that was a little right there.
Right?
Perfect. Yeah. Hmm. Maybe those go up. Except for the last one, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Does this one go one lower? No. I
Mm-mm.
think it goes here.
Yeah, I think it's just having some like weird artifacting from the tuning. I think that's what's
Shut
making
pitch
it sound
correction off and
wonky.
I shut pitch correction off.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I just adjusted the vibrato a little bit too. Sometimes it's the vibrato hitting.
Yeah. That was definitely a lot closer. I think the note right before it, if you reduce the vibrato on that too, that might be, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
also needs the step.
yeah.
That does need to be there for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Because you hit both notes.
Yep.
Smooth.
Hell yeah.
Alright, let me switch this direction.
Yeah.
some like vocal processing on this backing vocal just to add it, like just to add some like texture to the vocal.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I'm gonna actually do another distortion, this chroma glow that I'm playing around with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just add a warm fuzz.
The Mormon fuzzies.
Never heard this. Yeah, never heard this distortion before. So.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm really glad I played it like that.
Yeah.
I found
I heard that.
actually off.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it. I don't think that's the right note.
No. I think it's up.
You're right. That part sounds great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do another vibrato adjustment.
Yeah.
Right? That sounds better.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's hear it all back.
Hell yeah.
These are also wrong notes.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do this too.
Hell yeah. We love some adjusted vibrato.
Say that again?
I said we love some adjusted vibrato.
Yes, a minute adjustment. Hear what this would sound like up. Yeah, it should be up. All right.
Yeah.
Some of the vibratos.
Mm-hmm.
I actually really like this Chroma Glow plugin. I'm gonna add it to the lead as well. because
Sick.
I just think that sounded really nice.
Mhm.
That edit.
Yeah.
Gonna do another one. Another distortion.
Mm-hmm. That sounds dope.
All right, that is super nice. We're gonna do one last bus here. I know we got a bunch
Bus.
of buses.
Bust down, bust down, bust down, bust down,
Happening.
bust down, bitch, I'm drowning.
I did a. I actually found that sample from that song
Yeah.
in the piano sample.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I found it in Output Arcade.
Yeah.
And was able to do the remix like super easy.
That's
I have a
dope.
little, like hyper pop remix of that song.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Speaking of remixes, you know what song I've been wanting to remix actually? I was thinking so long story short, I came across this channel I watched does music and I'm like, "Oh, dope." But it's a food challenge channel. So it's all food themed parodies of like famous songs. And he did a parody of I'd Do Anything, which I was listening to and I'm like, "Oh, this would be a dope song to cover," and get like Patrick is Busy to do the Mark Hoppus part.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I haven't asked Patrick, but I'm gonna make the track first and then like be like, "Hey, hey, hey, hey."
Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Yeah, I would approach them like, "Hey, my Canadian,
My countryman.
my countrymen, would you be possibly interested in a Canadian collab?"
Yeah.
I'm sure they would be super into it.
Yeah.
I know right now they're like trying to decenter America, so
Right.
which me too.
Yeah, big time.
Oh God, but I feel like that would be a really easy way for you to connect with them.
For sure.
Okay, so what I did while we were kind of chit chatting there was
Mhm.
I actually sidechained your vocal to your guitars
Right. Okay.
because I kind of want your guitars to duck a little bit when the voice
Mhm.
hits. So I'm gonna hit play. We'll hear if I need to like change the sidechain a little bit.
Yeah. Like just a quick riser.
short riser.
Yeah.
Very short riser. This sounds great.
Yeah.
We didn't get into your
Verse. The second verse, yeah.
yes. I just heard it. I was like, "Ooh, that's not it.
Yeah.
That's not right." I was like, close. No. I like how your voice cracks there.
Yeah, me too.
I like it. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna go back
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
looking at the verse and do it again. Just 'cause I lost thread.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh, that stinks. They won't let me.
Damn.
It's okay. Back to the beginning.
Mhm. Nice.
I'm gonna add this same texture that I did to these. Let's see, 9 and 10. 9, I think it should be an even longer pause.
Let's hear it.
If anything, okay, I'm gonna throw it out there. I got ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Everything but the 808 should go. Hold on, I have to sneeze. So bad. Hold on. Sorry.
Bless you. X4.
Yo, I sneeze a lot.
Damn.
My wife says I either sneeze like Yoshi or I sneeze like Michael Jackson.
There's not a lot of degrees of separation between the two.
Michael Jackson just rolled over in his grave. Hearing that. He's like, I put a lot of work into those hee-hees.
I mean, hey, both are highly suspicious dinosaurs, you know?
Don't be suspicious. Don't. Wow. We're getting into it here with this pause. Hold on, let's get it. I might even hold it for a little longer. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Full 4 count. Would we have to do this here too? Okay, let's work on this ending a little bit.
All right.
Because I think the ending could really kind of like blossom if you, instead of ending it there, I think you should take this section
Mm-hmm.
coming back to me. All right, here we go. Oh, but I messed that up. Oops. I cut the wrong spot. I should have cut here. Instead. Sorry, I'm just looking at it. Mother. Alright, here we go. Let me hear this back. Just think it needs like another 4 counts after that. Like it maybe it's just my perspective, like as I'm jamming to the song, I don't want it to end right there. I want the beat to carry one more time.
I think I want you to not want it to end though. It's just like a short, punchy song. You get to the end, you're like, oh fuck, now I have to listen again.
So you're saying it should just end here?
I liked it how it was, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
Let's play it from here and let's just try to clean this ending up. What if we just faded it out?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Not like all the way faded. Just a little fade at the very end. Because it's a little... Let's hear the last bit.
Nah.
You want it to be dry at the end, no fade.
Yeah. I also liked the original cut better.
This is the original cut. I
It's
brought it back.
is
to
it?
its original.
Because it sounds a
This
lot
is
longer.
cut.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops, Mancy's.
You're good? No worries. Yeah.
That's how it is original.
Yeah.
Okay. What changes here? think it should be like an abrupt end. Then, like this is the loop where it ends, like right when your vocal ends. Like that, where it would just like end right there and bring you back to the beginning. Or for the, like, I don't think
I feel like
an empty tail at the end, if that makes sense.
I feel like it needs at least a beat after. Like it just needs space.
Like this, right? What I have here?
Yeah. Could I hear that? Yeah.
Yes. But like, we'll cut the audio, right? I'm doing that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Bus. I think it's bus 5. Sorry. Sorry, just 1 sec.
Mm-hmm.
Bus 9 is box 5. This one. I don't know why that's the case. $19.1. No, this is.
Shout out Coffee
Yep.
Bot, our top chatter.
Hey, coffee stream, let's go. Right now I'm determining which one I'm adjusting. So send 4 is actually bus 9. Send 5. It's 11.4. Not this one. It's 10. So then send 3. There we go. I think that's correct. Yeah, it's 5. Right? Yep. So we're gonna.
I think it needs like exactly 2 beats before it cuts off. I feel like. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just cutting these. Ah, turds.
Hmm?
Knew that was gonna happen. Okay, so we got one of them. Where's the other delay? Oh, it's gonna be the chroma glow and the chroma glow. Okay. I have to do this also for bus 5. That's this one, 19.2, correct. I guess chroma glow is also a delay.
Interesting.
Let me stop. I think let me actually do this really quick. Let me just see what I'm doing. Like you said, it needed 2 beats.
Yeah. To give it like that,
That
you can like hear it start to trail off, and then it just kind of like into the vacuum. You know what I mean?
got you. I just want to hear what this sounds like outside of the.
Right.
Just hearing some issues. I just want to make sure I'm putting it into the right way.
Yeah, that's too long.
Your camera. Okay, what I don't understand. 9.
What if you just adjust the?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm adjusting.
Oh, I got you. I was gonna say, what if you just adjust the bounce so it stops just 2 beats after? Because I don't necessarily mind the reverb, but I just think it needs just like 2 beats of space, and then it can just.
Let's see. And then that'll take. When you heard the kick, that's when it ends.
Okay.
So 8, 2.
That feels a little too long. Oh, right, because you're at 70 BPM. Yeah, I was like thinking just like a 1, 2, and that's yeah.
Gotcha. Let's see.
Yeah, that's all it needs. Just that
Okay.
teeny little, you know.
Let's. I wonder too what I can do to lower. Well, I'm just talking to myself. It doesn't matter. I'm like in my head thinking thoughts. Like, oh, what if I do this? No. Wow, sounded great. I just
Yeah.
want to hear this back, played back.
Yeah.
Sweetaple songs.
It's a little abrupt.
It's a little abrupt, but I think if I can just make the delay not so intense at the end, I think it'll
Yeah, get it to
like
like
if the delay
fade
doesn't
out.
carry.
Right, if you get it to kind of fade out towards the where it cuts off, yeah.
See, I don't understand because we have
What if you fade the master?
here, right?
Like, oh wait, Logic doesn't have like. Yeah, okay, it does do that. Yeah, because then that'll just cut everything.
It does do that. How would I? Oh yes, I remember. Show output track. Right.
Yeah.
Volume display.
That's a little too quick. Yeah, that feels better. Oh,
I still want to mess with this. I know it might seem like I'm doing too much.
could you restart the Discord screen share for me real quick?
Got you.
Thank you. I'm not sure why it does that, but every so often it seems to bail out on me.
Like,
There we
flip
go.
it around for a sec.
Yeah, it's like, no, I promise, I'm still here.
I'm here.
Okay, what were you saying?
All I was saying was I'm still hearing that feedback come back. So, but when you look at it here, right?
Mm-hmm.
The tape delay is bust off by the end.
Right.
Like I bust it till here, it's off. Right at the very end, it shouldn't be doing anything else. Do you know why it's doing that?
I have no clue, but I honestly don't mind it. Like, I like the way it sounds currently.
Okay. If you don't mind it, why don't you mind it? Mind it so much.
I think it's the, I don't know, maybe just difference of like hyper pop versus punk aesthetic.
Oh yeah, in my head I'm like this isn't punk.
Oh, but it very much is.
The like extra feedback at the end, you're saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try doing this one last thing, and then if this doesn't do it, then I want to mute the stereo track. I want to see if I did it. Oh, JK, you can't mute the stereo track. Like, you like that?
Yeah.
How it has that tail?
Yeah.
Teach their own.
Yeah.
If you don't care, then I won't think about it anymore. Don't think about it anymore, Illy. Move on. 1, 2. That was 2.
Mhm.
And on the third beat, it would drop next.
Yeah, I would say the only other note would be to have the fade off start after the vocal ends. Because I can hear the vocal. Yeah, I can hear the vocal like fading out before, yeah, like as it's still happening.
The end.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try now, because I did move it over to there.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Yeah.
To there. To there. Okay.
Yeah.
Aw, man. Every time.
Yeah.
I think that's a better fade out as well. This whole C4 now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's bounce it and hear it.
Cool.
Because, yeah, how it sounds at the very end does matter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want it to, like, seamlessly flow into the repeat. Right?
Not necessarily. I feel like that's, yeah. I don't know. A lot of the stuff that like I like the sound of is very loose at the ends and like there's a lot of space often. It's not all about like perfect
Yes.
cutoffs and you know.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
I more meant there needs to be like that little space so that your brain can have that break.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Will definitely matter.
Yeah, I get
We
you.
had it
It was real.
this
Yeah.
real tight. And And
I
it
get
was
what you're
also
saying.
coming off the feedback
Yeah.
in a weird place, right? That's
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Last but not least, I'm going to just throw some of my basic mastering plugins on this.
Yeah. We were struggle busting on that ending, but we got there.
Oh my goodness. I feel like we spent the longest on the ending, actually.
Yeah.
It's good though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Some good shit.
It's also a good example of how sometimes, you know, you don't always like agree on taste. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And in my case, you know, I just want to make sure that you're getting the product that you really want.
Right, for sure.
That's for me, my position is like, if you like it, it doesn't necessarily matter
Mhm.
what I would prefer. You know, so long
Yeah.
as it's not obnoxious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because, like, at that point, I'd be like, Sweetaple, I love you, bro. Like, as nicely as I could put it, that is whack as hell.
Yeah.
I've said that to some friends before. They're
Yeah.
like,
Absolutely, absolutely. Because that's kind of the fine line you toe is like everyone has a distinct sound in their head that they want to hear, and sometimes you got to like stand your ground and be like, no, this is what I want. Sometimes you need a friend to be like, bruh, you're tripping.
Yep.
So,
It's like that.
yeah.
That's part of why I love having my friends in the studio with me, though.
Mm-hmm.
When like the time comes for me to record my own stuff,
Yeah.
like having that third party where I can be like, so what do you think about this? It's like,
Right. For sure.
me at least.
Yeah, and it also kind of comes back to what we were talking about earlier about how like it's always worthwhile to hear out an idea, even if you're like, I don't like it. It gives you that other perspective, you know, and maybe it doesn't influence that particular spot where someone made the suggestion, but maybe it comes into play down the line or on a different track, etc. You know, or maybe it's hot fire.
Remember when I did that thing?
Yeah,
Yeah. Who knows?
yeah,
Yeah, it gives you that at least a litmus test to see. And then the truth for me also is a lot of the stuff that I do is experimenting with new plugins, or new
Mhm.
sounds, or new reverb plugins, or whatever.
Mhm.
Like you saw me playing with the Chroma Glow plugin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Logic Stocks plugin.
Oh, okay.
That I have not really touched. You know,
Mhm. Yeah.
it's definitely a cool little project. And I'm super thankful to work on it with you. This has been a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
For sure.
I'm gonna play back the mix and the master plugins now. I'm turning
Okay.
my headphones down because I did significantly boost the loudness of this project. So just so you're aware.
I've kept them low the whole time.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. That's good practice.
There's something wrong with me, I keep getting in my own way. Pressure is pushing me to gain it and be lonely. But I don't really wanna be content with misery. The apathy that's seeping in is slowly killing me. 'Cause I don't wanna be here, I don't wanna be stuck doing the same damn
Mm-hmm.
where I'm going to do this thing that I actually learned this from Patrick,
Oh,
me and
nice.
Kat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed me this little technique for mixing that I thought was really thoughtful.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much you put a utility gain plugin between your limiters, you stack your
Mm-hmm.
limiters, and in your utility gain on your stereo out channel, you open your automation for the gain and create the gain. And what we do is we go to your quieter parts, like from your intro to about here. And we're gonna duck it by 1 dB.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the fucking dopest shit. Minus 1 dB.
Mm-hmm.
Then your loud parts is loud.
Yeah.
We have another one here. Right. Yep. And another one here. Just double checking. Minus 1 dB. So then what you're doing is you're creating like a buffer
Right.
in your audio. For the quieter parts, you're making the quieter parts actually quieter.
Mm-hmm.
And then the louder parts, when that moment hits, it'll hit, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I think right now your second verse, something about your second verse is making your second chorus come in a little flaccid.
Mm-hmm.
And we want it to really just like
Punch you.
there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Like we're leading into it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see how that already
Yeah.
has made such a big difference. 1 dB is too drastic. We're gonna, there we go.
Nice.
Beginning will be down 1, and then
Yeah.
it'll increase to 0.5, and then bam. Something here is off. I think it may be this.
Maybe.
Let me mute this, hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find the problem spot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I'm gonna mute this one. Okay, so there was note, root note selected here. Maybe that'll help.
That might be it.
I'm doing too much. Vibrato. It's probably the vibrato.
Probably,
Oh, man. That was wrong as hell. Maybe it's all in my head. Okay, going back to the beginning. I've listened to it too many times. Oh, you know what I'm gonna add here really quick? I'm gonna add a sound that will actually be, here we go. The sound itself will kind of lead you along.
Cool.
Feel like, oh, we're like dropping in, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like a,
Short Hercules.
you know, like, yeah, it's a stomp. I call it a stomp.
Okay.
So just so you can hear it on its own.
Okay, okay.
So
It's like a
that-
reverse bass hit, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I call it a stomp because it just feels like a impact.
Mhm.
It's like an impact shot.
Yeah.
fucked it by one baby here.
Okay.
Sweetaple too. Okay, I'm also going to offer another suggestion here, right? Because
Okay.
this impact is not, this section isn't hitting. It's this like, this is the section of your mix that I'm going to call a problem area.
Okay.
We're trying to lead up. I think there needs to be a little break here.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you have one over here,
Yeah.
I think it just needs to be just a short break. It doesn't even have to be that
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
I just think that it'll go a long way.
Yeah. It just needs like a little breath. Yeah.
Wow, that already did so much.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna duck it a little bit more. Alright, let's see one beat. I don't know.
I feel like yeah.
Yeah, I think that little tiniest breath.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna bring that riser back in. Where'd it go? Did I delete all of them? Fudge. We have to bring them back. There they are. Damn. Well, let me go back through and do this. All the edits that I just did.
Boo 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 boo. It's the bass line that always gets stuck in my head in this song.
Yes, I think the bass line is like the strongest element.
Mm-hmm.
It carries so nicely.
Yeah.
Coffee Bot steady out here representing Sweetaple.
Every 30 minutes, yeah.
Okay, but instead of it terminating there, we're gonna have it the riser terminate here.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna hear it one more time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move this one instead.
Yeah, I was thinking like I feel like you gotta choose between the two.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
this one here, I think that'll work.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that is final listen through ready. Are you
Hell
ready?
yeah, I'm ready.
Final listen through.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Pretty nice. Safe.
Save. Oh my gosh, saving twice. Yep, it's about 4 hours, so
Yup.
that's about the second time that I saved.
Yeah.
Mix 1, right?
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you to demo this against your original mix, so you can.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be night and day.
I am very excited. I
'Cause-
am also excited to listen to this one like in the car.
Yeah, because the first mix was just Mud City.
Yeah, that's the thing about like punk mixes.
Yeah.
Everything sits in the same frequency range.
Yup. A lot of
So,
EQ in
it's
to
like-
carve out space.
Yeah, and side chaining. Actually,
Yeah.
like I would say that side chaining the vocal to the guitars is one of the most slept on ways to carve out space for your vocal in like those chuggier parts because
Mhm.
that guitar frequency is right in your vocal range. They literally
Yeah.
take up the same space. So just
Yeah.
ducking it with compression when your vocal hits
Mhm.
makes such a huge difference.
Mhm.
But yeah, this was so great. I'm gonna send you this mix via DMs in our
Cool.
Discord channel.
Sounds good.
Amazing. Yeah, this was a great session.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have the ability to grab an invite link for the one viewer we have for our Discord.
Oh yeah. 1 sec. Let me pull up Discord. Do.
We have a music server for anybody who's interested in joining. The one viewer we have, big shout out to you. I
Hell
don't know
yeah.
if we actually have more or not, but it says one here, and I'm just gonna say thank you for sticking it out with us. I know we had some technical difficulties right in the beginning of our session, but we're starting to get better and better about taking care of those as they happen. This is
Absolutely.
only our second live stream together, so we're really getting our like all of the little parts put together. 'Cause, yeah,
For
there's a lot of
sure.
things that go into it.
It definitely doesn't help that I
Something I
crashed
didn't
the whole
realize.
stream at the beginning.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Fun times.
My computer's crashing a lot too recently.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Mm-mm. Have you cleaned out the dust? Because that could help a lot. I might have to do that on mine. But anyway.
Yeah, my laptop is only like 2 years old.
Oh, okay.
So it hasn't had too much dust accumulation.
Mm-hmm.
I think right now it's that I have like a lot of files.
Oh,
I need to
yeah.
delete my trash.
Yeah.
Just do like a general maintenance moment for my.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was awesome.
Hell yeah.
My first 4-hour stream, and if I learned anything from this stream, any one thing from this stream, it's that you have to go pee before your session starts.
Yeah. For sure.
But I will make sure I pee beforehand next time.
For sure.
Sweetaple and I were talking before. I hate the word tinkle, but I gotta go tinkle.
Alrighty then. We'll
Awesome.
yeah. And we'll be back at it on Tuesday. So if you weren't able to catch all of the stream, or if you didn't catch any of this live, you're watching on YouTube. We'll be live on Twitch again Tuesday. Are we still doing 1 p.m. or are we going to be earlier next week?
1 p.m.
All right.
PST.
Yeah, 1 p.m. PST, 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll be there Tuesday and Thursday next week. We hope to see you there.
Yes, let's go. Have a great one, guys.
See y'all. Okay, we got that and stream together. And then I'm going to leave this Discord call.
Okay.
So I'll catch you, homie, on the flip side. Have a good day.
Oh no, my microphone was on.
All right. Let's see here. Alrighty. Let me switch to talking head real quick. Alrighty, folks. Thank you so much for being here today with me. It was an absolute delight. And I'm stoked that we had a good amount of people come through, and I can't wait to see you again for the next stream. I'm gonna wrap things up here, send you off with a little bit of music, and yeah, I just hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you're looking forward to hearing the rest of the EP as we work on it, and I will see you next time.
I've been awake all night, can't find nothing to call bliss. Been looking all my life, how long should I endure this? Every day gets a little harder, I get more worn out. If I stay, I'll get a little farther so you can't hear me shout. I've been dying, trying to find where I belong. I keep crying, so I vented in these songs. You've been lying when you say we'll get better, so whatever. I'm used to it, it's been this way forever. Don't wanna be like the rest who never got to show off at the best. I never possessed the will to move on, but I can't deny